What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are here to watch 2 new trailers for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. You know how we do when a movie's coming around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, leave a like for John. That's the only reason you'll leave a like, so you better go ahead and do it. Right, John?
That's right. You like me. You really like me.
Also, guys, I will not stop plugging these shirts until the movie's out and maybe even after, depending on the reception of the film. Citizen Kang shirts, people, Real Rejects exclusive. I want to thank everyone who has already bought themselves a shirt from shopzeroedition.com because it's one of the best ways to support the channel. And it's just BITCHIN. I forget the YouTube rules about swear words in the beginning of a video. I love wearing them. Get compliments on them at the gym. And I go, you should go to shopzeroedition.com. And they're like, what? I'm like, you should
speak up.
Just go away. Go away. Don't talk to me anymore.
Work out your vocal cords.
Hate when hot women at the gym talk to me. It's really uncomfortable. Alrighty, let's get to it, guys. Oh, we're going to watch the new Dynasty spot and the featurette. Drop them in the final cut. I think the featurette's first, but we're just going to watch it in one go. Then we'll talk about whatever's in here.
We always love doing the unexpected with Scott Lang. Ant-Man is arguably the character that is the most underestimated.
And underrated.
The key to saving the universe in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
So carrying that tradition, we thought, well, let's use this film to kick off Phase 5.
That's really cool.
It's been almost a decade now that I've been playing this part. I've loved it, and I feel protective of Scott Lang and Ant-Man. It's really nice coming back. I still kind of can't believe that I'm sitting there and it's like, wow, there's Michelle Pfeiffer and there's Michael Douglas.
I just saved $8.
God, I admire you. It's really nice not to get used to working with legends.
Sure.
You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Where are we?
Wow. The quantum realm.
Universe beneath ours. Janet has been very quiet about her time in the quantum realm. Maybe would have made different choices. There's someone I never told you about.
Cool tease.
Isn't what you think.
Different choices with Kang.
Conqueror is terrifying, and if there ever was a maniac loose in the quantum realm, it's him.
Playing Kang the Conqueror is such a gift.
Your reality.
So
Everything
excited for
you're
him.
holding on to, I know how it ends.
This is the beginning, and he cannot be contained.
He's the beginning and the end.
Oh, that shot, man, always gets me.
Something like this, which is so transportive and visually striking, people should really see it in a movie theater.
Yes.
You want it to be as big and as visceral and consuming as possible.
Audiences are going to watch this and go, I can't believe this is happening. It's going to be bonkers.
I hope I have that response.
It's like we're camping,
We've never been camping.
but we've always talked about it.
That's what he's fighting for.
To go
You're an
camping.
interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger.
Oh.
You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time.
She's a troublemaker.
Who are you?
I'm the man who can give you more time.
Scott, you cannot trust him.
I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Ooh, good trailer.
He will bring me what I need. Or everything you call a life will end. You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose. Sorry, Cassie.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Yeah. I'm pumped.
It's like overwhelming. Oh, my goodness.
Gorgeous and glorious is how I feel when watching that trailer, both of those trailers. You know, I feel like these featurettes sometimes just don't get enough respect. And they often do a good job of reminding me of where we're coming from. Because, you know, looking back on the first Ant-Man film, and even the second, especially the second one, the way that was received, a film that I was like, I actually quite enjoyed this one, but I got a lot of crap, especially with the place where it was slotted, to have this be the kickoff for Phase 5 and for Ant-Man's its third film, a movie, the ironic sense of like the tiniest character in all of the MCU to get one of this like massive debut and to be part of like this massive trilogy on an end note, because they've always been sort of on the smaller side. But they've
now they're going to be even smaller, but also even bigger.
But you know what I mean, guys? They've always been a little bit more on the less scale side. You know, like sometimes
less consequential.
Sometimes they're slotted in between films that had like the biggest stakes ever, and then they get a film that's not that big of stakes comparatively to what we just saw. So to get a movie where it's going to be an introduction and a definition for what Phase 5 is going to ultimately amount to, and to have Kang the Conqueror be introduced in here, I think that's just so cool for this specific franchise, because especially with Ant-Man, when you look at it, they've had the same cast. Other than Michelle Pfeiffer came in the second one. I think Cassie Lang's different, but they've had the same main core players and the director from the beginning. You know, if you exclude the whole thing, right?
Cornish, and yes.
But they've had the same people.
They've had most of the same
when the
pieces.
product has come
the
out.
main essential parts.
Yeah, we're talking Evangeline Lilly and Michael Douglas and
Yes.
Paul Rudd and what is his name? It's not Scott Derrickson. Who's the guy who directed this movie?
Oh, Peyton Reed. Yeah.
Peyton Reed, and to have Peyton Reed helming it, and to have this journey, I feel like Ant-Man's earned it to be here, and yeah. And the second trailer too was great because it focused. I said a lot, John. You say some stuff now. I will reserve some stuff.
Yeah, I liked that they highlighted it. I think one thing that hasn't really fully hit me, but I think is really cool, is here they highlighted how like Scott Lang was crucial, instrumental in the outcome of Endgame, which is like the pinnacle. And we're going into Phase 5. It's been a whole phase since then. But 2, this does feel like very consequential and like there is something culminating here. And so to have this sort of opposite bookend with Scott Lang, helping through the quantum realm, save everybody's bacon on the last go-round. And now here he's going into the quantum realm to potentially, we'll see how it goes, but maybe make the ultimate sacrifice and maybe a similarly heroic thing, but with an opposite kind of an outcome or a heavier sort of outcome. And so, I think it's a nice full circle moment for the character. And 2, I think we both are sort of in the minority of people who both really liked Ant-Man and the Wasp. And the first one, too, I've always found very charming. And here this feels like, this is going to be the one that elevates the character to a bigger caliber in terms of the weight and the impact. Because, looking at the full second trailer and then this TV spot, I just love the amount of like intensity and stakes. And I think for this character, that's a cool thing because that's not been what they've led with up until now. So not only do we get sort of a twist on the tone in, the micro universe of just Ant-Man, but also now, this big important contribution to the, entirety of Phase 5 and 6 to come.
Yeah, with the scope and the scale to have it be on this visually daring and psychedelic of a level, I think is really cool. It feels natural for Ant-Man at the same time because we've teased the quantum realm through Ant-Man, even with Endgame. That's how we get there. So to have it be like all within here, it doesn't feel like an unnatural transition to suddenly do something this high stakes and this high caliber, this high concept of visuals, because it's been leading to this the entire time. And I think it's really neat. It's kind of a unique array into the franchise. It's sort of like the opposite of what happened with Thor, which was a lot more heavy and gravitas and became a joke. This was like more jokey, and then now it's become like this heavy, big, serious epic. And it's pretty cool to see how it's naturally got in there and still feels like it, and it does worry about the characters. And I'm excited for Cassie Lang because it seemed like this would be the heart of the movie, is how much he wants time back. He would be willing to work with Kang and make such a desperate measures call for something that is clearly not the smart move because it's preying on something so primal for him.
And it would be the selfish choice that you would be so tempted to make.
Yeah, man. Heroes making selfish choices. That is a big part of MCU characters. Damn you, Star-Lord. We could have gotten rid of Thanos sooner. I'm still mad about it.
Why didn't you just
Never
kick
got
him in
over
the
it.
nuts? That's all you had to do.
Never got over it. Guys, are you excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Do you already have your tickets? What are you hoping happens in the end? Did you read the script leaked? I haven't read it yet. It's kind of hard to find now.
Is Luis going to be in it? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know from the
line.
least.
Just tell me in the leaks. All right, guys, since with the got ourselves a new patron. His name is Garth.
Garth, ooh.
Garth McMurray.
Party on.
Garth, you're going to get a traditional shout out in the form of G stands for G Willikers, Dre. Only bad syllables.
A stands for Ant-Man because you're on the Ant-Man video.
R stands for Rodeo Clowns Are Disturbing.
T stands for You Are Titanium.
H stands for Heathen.
Yeah, you filthy heathen.
You're a heathen, Garth.
Yeah.
Anyway, Garth, I hope we nailed the shout out in the way that you were hoping to. I think we did a little bit more than we were required for.
Out of the park into the
So,
next county.
I'm happy that we were able to fulfill our duties, our obligations in order to make you a happy camper. And making you a happy camper just makes me a mediocre camper. So thank you, Garth, for being part of our Patreon page and showing the support. You have graduated from a citizen of the Reject Nation to a super sexy citizen of the Reject. There's a lot of words.